As a little bit of a bonus amplified Q&A here. I had a little bit of extra time here, about a half an hour. We're going to spend roughly, give or take, a few minutes. But a little bit of extra time. Want to give a little bit of bonus Q&A since there was a lot more questions this week. I didn't get to everything in my last video a couple of nights ago, and you guys know why. We kind of went off on superstar Billy Graham for good reason. If you didn't see that amplification, go and check that out. That's in my amplified Q&A for this week. And again, because of that, we didn't get to... actually, we did get to a lot of questions. It was just... There was a lot of questions this week. So, and that, obviously... My words for Billy Graham took up over 20 minutes in that video, too. That video went over an hour. So, what I want to do, again, we can't get to all the questions this week, but I do want to answer a handful more. And try to clean house a little bit more today. So again, I got about 20 to 30 minutes. I want to definitely bust out a little bonus Q&A video for you guys, man, on this weekend. By the time I get this out, it's what, Saturday? So you got Saturday, Sunday, it's a bonus video, and I'll see you guys again, obviously, Tuesday for Raw's review reaction. But before we do that, let's get into some more fucking questions. And I kind of want to, speaking of cleaning house, I want to clean house a little bit on the whole Ronda Rousey, Billy Graham, that whole thing from my last video. I just want to spend 1 to 2 more minutes-ish just kind of cleaning up on some last words, if you don't mind. And it kind of comes in a question form from Tori over on YouTube. And Tori wrote a really good observational question. And she put, Sara McMann is an Olympic silver medalist. How is she not on Ronda's level? Because, as I said in that video, all of the naysayers, the haters on Ronda Rousey, they all like to use words like she was exposed with her last couple of fights. Yeah, getting kicked in the side of the head is exposed. A striker came and attacked Ronda Rousey and she wasn't ready for it. Yeah, Mike fucking Tyson used to knock motherfuckers out in seconds. But when he finally got planted in his face, nobody said he was exposed. No, you whoop ass, and occasionally, at one fucking moment, eventually, you're gonna get your fucking block knocked off. That's what happened to Ronda. It has nothing to do with being exposed. She did not show up in the traditional Ronda Rousey fashion that she should have, and she knows she should have. Ronda Rousey got bit by the success bug. Nobody was exposed, and you're damn right, Tori. Sara McMann was an Olympic silver medalist, just as was Ronda Rousey. Same fucking level. In fact, Sara McMann was the first ever woman in Olympic history to get a silver medal in Olympic wrestling. Obviously, the silver medals were different between Rousey and McMann. McMann got it in Olympic wrestling. Still, you got 2 Olympic silver medalists going at it in mixed martial arts. Ronda Rousey wins. Oh, Sara McMann wasn't at the level of Ronda Rousey. Okay, well, which is it? Either way, Ronda Rousey's the beast. Rousey defeated Sara McMann and eliminated her from her ranking. So she's badass no matter what, more than Sara McMann. Or you're saying that this Olympic medalist isn't even in the league of Ronda Rousey, is what you're saying, right? She's not the skill level of Ronda Rousey. So either way, Ronda Rousey's the legit beast. Either way, you're contradicting yourself and it doesn't fucking matter. But then Tori goes on to make some more observations that I'm sure the haters for Ronda Rousey, the ones that go around saying she was exposed and she just didn't have enough skill level talent to match her. But nowadays, she would get rocked. Okay. Tori puts, Kat Zingano beat the one who beat Ronda, which was Amanda Nunes. And Miesha Tate beat Holly Holm, which was the only other person to beat Ronda. And Ronda beat both Zingano and Tate. Are you guys keeping track? So, you have Miesha Tate, who beat Holly Holm. Holly Holm was the person that's supposedly the second coming of Christ, if you ask the Ronda Rousey haters. The ones that say Rousey was exposed. They say Holly Holm. Finally, a female came in that could take out Ronda Rousey because it was at the skill level and even above Ronda Rousey. Because Holly Holm won. If Holly Holm lost that fight against Ronda Rousey, they would have just said, oh, Holly Holm is still another female that's not up to par with Ronda. But because she won, that's when everyone came out and said she was exposed. Yet, wasn't it the very next, or within the next 2 fights, I believe it was the next one, within the next 2 fights for Holly Holm, she was losing against Miesha Tate, getting choked out like nothing. But Miesha Tate got her ass whooped by Ronda Rousey. So which is it? Ronda Rousey's not good enough to beat Holly Holm, but Miesha Tate is, but Ronda Rousey beat Miesha Tate. And then you say Amanda Nunes was too much for Ronda Rousey, yet Ronda Rousey beat Kat Zingano, the only other one to beat up on Amanda Nunes. Zingano beat Nunes, Ronda Rousey beat Zingano. Are we understanding this? Anybody who says Ronda got exposed or that Ronda Rousey wasn't meeting the right competitors, they weren't up to her par yet. What are you fucking talking about? The 2 people that beat Ronda Rousey are 2 people that got beaten by 2 people Ronda Rousey already beat. You can't make this shit up. The people saying that Ronda got exposed just got exposed by the Amplified Man and my gal Tori. Thank you very much. I love facts, man. You guys know I love facts because too many times people in this world just like to run their fucking yapper. If it sounds right to them or if they don't like somebody, they'll just run their fucking mouth and they'll try to believe it's reality and they'll try to push that on other people. But then you have people like the Amplified Man who breaks it down, breaks it into facts for you. A striker, a badass striker will always beat Ronda Rousey. Okay, motherfucker, you got that fucking, I would love to see your fucking factual-based research on that because I know everything about Ronda Rousey. Everything. Nothing tells me that a striker, a badass striker, will always beat Ronda Rousey. In fact, just the opposite. A striker will come in, and if Rousey's on her fucking A-game, she's gonna fucking toot to the right, snap that arm down, take the takedown, and snap that motherfucker backwards. If you're lucky, she won't snap it in half. She'll let you tap the fuck out. A striker will get it just as bad as anybody else if Rousey's on her A-game. I told you guys in that last video why Ronda Rousey lost those last 2 fights. It started with the first one with Holm, and it was exceptionally seen. And especially exceptionally seen in the last fight with Nunes. And that was that Ronda Rousey, she got bitten by the success chip. That's all it was. She got bitten by that motherfucking success bug. Not the chip. What the fuck am I talking? Success bug. And that chip on her shoulder. Gone. And when you have that chip on your shoulder and you're in the fight game, there's nothing like it, man. You could take on the world. But she got bitten by the success bug and that chip on her shoulder was no longer there. She actually had a smile on her face that she hasn't had in so long. So when she stepped in that octagon, she was off her game. She wasn't in full focus, and she got caught off guard with a kick to the fucking side of the head. Exposed? A striker, any striker badass can now take out Rousey all from that one fucking kick? Get the fuck out of here! And she came back for the Nunes fight, and she was totally off her game. She'll be the first to admit that. As somebody who followed Rousey forever, I can tell you she showed up a shell of herself. And the historians, and the former fighters in the game that now have podcasts and shit. And they like to say, oh, Ronda Rousey started believing her own hype. Yeah, hype, motherfucker? I was around perfectly for all of those Rousey UFC fucking pay-per-views. I can tell you right now, it wasn't hype, it was real life. She was eliminating human beings in seconds. Consistently. If that's hype, I want to be the most hype motherfucker in the world. I have no problem being called all hype and no show if that's hype. Because fucking A, she was the baddest woman on the planet. For years. Deal with it. Son of a bitch. Unfucking real. that we have to fucking honestly, we have to defend Ronda Rousey because people are that jealous. The men out there who fucking hate on Ronda Rousey are pissed off because they know they're such bitches. Ronda Rousey could beat the fuck out of them. And the women that come down on Ronda Rousey, they're just jealous because they ain't Ronda fucking Rousey. The fuck out of here. I'm not even a huge fan of fucking Ronda Rousey's WWE work yet. I told you guys she's gonna have to really, WrestleMania was the start, but she has to show me consistently that she's here to whoop ass. Before that, you got fucking Ember Moon, Sasha Banks, Naomi, Asuka. Those are all females that are way before Ronda in the WWE for me. But I'll be the first to admit that she absolutely deserves all of her accolades. All of that hype is for a good reason. It was real. She was beating the fuck out of human beings. And now that she fucking was off her game, now come the words, exposed. Nobody was at her skill level, so it wasn't right, it wasn't fair. Well, then you're just proving my point. Nobody was at her fucking skill level because she was that fucking good. And the people that beat her, those people that beat Ronda Rousey, well, they got beat by people Ronda Rousey already defeated. So it all comes full circle anyway. In a roundabout way, Ronda Rousey beat everyone's fucking ass. Thanks for letting me take several minutes. I know I said 1 or 2 minutes, guys, but that was several minutes. I get heated on that topic, man, that conversation, ever since these Billy Graham words, because now I see the fucking hate for Ronda Rousey is real, and I'll be the first motherfucker on the train, hitting those motherfuckers right back. I officially declare myself on the Rousey train. And I'm gonna smash the fucking haterade train right off the fucking rails, baby. Yo! Brian, over on YouTube, BC, what's the latest news on Dean Ambrose? Not much news, man. As far as we know, he is still on the red brand. He is still part of Raw, and we're expecting him 2 months earlier. They were expecting him maybe end of September, maybe October. We're expecting him now, maybe July, early August. There's a chance you could see Dean Ambrose at SummerSlam. That's the latest on his triceps injury. Matthew, over on YouTube. Love your vids, BC. If you were to release 10 wrestlers in the WWE, who would you release? Because we all know that there is too much talent in WWE. Much love and respect. Thanks, Matthew. Right back at you. There is a shit ton of talent in the WWE. Way too much. I don't think they know what to do with it, to be honest with you. And that's why you're seeing overcrowded. And if you think it ends there, guys, if you think that's too much talent, there's a shitload of NXT individuals down there that are waiting, chopping at the bits to get into the main roster. And then all of the fucking independent talent that's waiting to get into NXT, that's gonna fucking soon take the NXT roster spots and then soon take more main roster spots. And it's a vicious fucking cycle. It never ends. Way too much fucking talent. They don't know how to book the talent they have now. Now with this shakeup, they're gonna have to come out with new, creative, refreshing ways to use the new talent. The problem is, I just stated, they don't know how to use creative, refreshing ideas for the talent they have. Fuck! Not only are fucking the talent screwed, we're screwed. Because we're gonna have to put up with a lot of bullshit in the foreseeable future, man. Way too much talent. 10 names, man, to release. That's a hard question because you never want anyone to lose their job. But if I was in head of creative, I would start the process just to, you know, clear up the locker room a little bit. Especially at those pay-per-view shows, dual-branded. You know they want to use all hands on deck just in case they need people, even if they're just going to stay in catering, not be used at all. Vince likes to fly everybody in and make sure everyone's there in case they need people. So just to clear up some room in the locker room and relieve some stress in my writers, like, oh my god, we have all this talent, what are we going to do with them? I would take, what I'll do is I'll name 5 from Raw and 5 from SmackDown that I would release instantly. Just because if you're telling me I have to release 10 people, I don't want anyone to lose their job necessarily. If I have to release 10 people, the 5 on Raw, Tozawa. Tozawa's got to fucking go. He does nothing for me. I would actually take out all the fucking cruiserweights, but that's just me. But Tozawa is what we'll do. they're SmackDown now anyway. Whatever the fuck. Tozawa's got to go. He's a talent that does nothing for me at all. The Ascension, they never should have been on the main roster to begin with. They're that fucking horrible. So I'll count them as one. Both Ascension members, Victor and Connor. So Tozawa, the Ascension, Mike Kanellis. Mike Kanellis showed up with Maria Kanellis. They had a few matches, all on like pre-shows and shit. And then they just had some sex and had a baby for the next 9 months. We haven't seen them since. Mike Kanellis, you gots to go. No Way Jose, thanks for coming. Do a complete circle with your conga line and hit the bricks, kid. You're gone. No Way Jose, thanks for coming. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Just as fast as you showed up, we're gonna have to let you go. See you later, No Way Jose. What the fuck you mean, no way? Yes way. You're gone. Get out. No way. Sarah Logan would be my 5th, or actually 6th on Raw, but again, the Ascension counts as 1. Sarah Logan, you got, I don't know how to say this too nicely, but so I'm just gonna, you gots to go, kid. Sarah Logan, now the new addition to Raw, and it wouldn't last long, because I already have Sarah Logan hitting the bricks. Over on SmackDown, I would choose Maria Kanellis, right? If you got Mike Kanellis, I know you're thinking, wait, ain't they together, BC? But if you look on the rosters, WWE.com, they have Mike Kanellis over on Raw. They have Maria Kanellis on SmackDown. So something happened in the trade where they just had a baby together, and maybe Vince is like, all right, that's enough mushy shit, and he separated the sons of bitches. But you guys could check WWE.com. They got Mike on Raw, and they have Maria on SmackDown. Wouldn't matter to me, because Maria, you can pack your bags the same time as Mike Kanellis over on Raw. You guys can FaceTime and shit, right? Like, oh, I'm packing too. Me too. Oh, this is crazy. We're both being fired on the same day. This is nuts. More time with little Milkinsons, right? I named their kid Milkinsons. I don't know what his real fucking name is or her name, but Milkinsons McGee Kanellis is what I call that kid. So they can go home and take care of the fucking kid. Maria, you're the fuck out. Shelton Benjamin, you brought absolutely nothing to the table. In fact, the months you've been here, you've actually just held down Chad Gable. Thanks a lot, motherfucker! Shelton Benjamin was decent back in the day, but he was just decent. He never had great mic skills. He was always quite a bit of an asshole. Even the wrestlers will tell you that. And now that he came back, he actually lost a step. He's still trashy on the microphone, and his attitude didn't change that much, it doesn't seem. And if it did, good for him. He can use that at his next job. Target, Macy's, JCPenney, they're always hiring. Never think of that as a demotion. You're never too good for a job. Trust me. Shelton Benjamin, Maria Kanellis. I would pick Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville. Fucking, yeah. UFC, baby. But we got Ronda Rousey. She's legit. Sonya, go back to the drawing board, man. The independents would love to have you. Make some fucking side money. If you really hone your skills in and fucking really create dominance on that independent scene, maybe we see you back in NXT. Do it the right way this time. Not a flash call-up. Maybe we'll see you back on the roster. There's too many awesome female talents in WWE and NXT and in the independents right now, and you're really just taking up a spot you really shouldn't be. Sonya Deville, you gotta hit the bricks. Tamina fucking Snuka. Fuck me. How is she still on the roster? We see her 4 times a year, and those 4 times are excruciating to watch. Tamina's gotta hit the fucking bricks. And that should have happened years ago. Ty Dillinger. What are the chances of me releasing Ty Dillinger if I was in charge? On a scale of 1 to 10? 10! 10! 10! 10! 10! 10! Ty Dillinger, hit the fucking bricks, will you? Again, you don't like to see people lose their jobs. Some of these people might be able to be something on the roster. I understand, guys. The question given to me was if I had to release 10 superstars, because it's too crowded, who would it be? I would start with those 10. If I have to release another 10, I would bring a bunch of suits and ties in the same meeting room together, and we would honestly have to have a real discussion for about 4, 5, 6 hours and come up with another 10. And this time it would be even harder. But that's who I would, that's the 10 I came up with, guys. It's hard to do, man. If you had to release 10 fucking superstars, I'm going to show you how hard it is. Who would you pick? Put it down below. It ain't easy. Kimberly, do you think Naomi being thrown back in with the Usos is a precursor for Sanity coming up? It could be, Kimberly. And I hope not. Why? Because let me ask you guys a question. Are you excited to see Sanity versus Usos and Naomi? Alright, maybe a fucking tad. Maybe that's like a SmackDown match. But a big pay-per-view match and investing all of this time with Naomi, going with the Usos, just for Sanity? And by the way, I'm not hearing that Nikki Cross is totally in with Sanity right now. I'm hearing they're going to do something separate with Nikki Cross. So that remains to be seen. But it absolutely is possible, Kimberly. And I would not fucking doubt that, actually. I want to get to a question that I wanted to get to on Thursday. But the Ronda Rousey, Billy Graham thing took too long. But that was Juan. BC, just a curious question. No, that's not fucking Juan. That was a different question. What am I talking? Juan, I already answered that on Thursday. Sorry, Juan. Juan was about to have his same fucking question answered twice. Who knows? Maybe I give a fucking different answer. Where's the fucking question? Guys, I want to answer. Oh, Prince Maverick. That's who it was. Prince Maverick. If I'm lucky, this would go on Q&A. If you even care enough to address the topic, BC. What are your thoughts on the breakup between John Cena and Nikki Bella? Listen, I'm not going to try to pretend to be Dr. Phil here, right? But what I will say about that is the reason people are so shocked, because there's some people that are like, why do people care? Leave them alone. It's none of our business. Please shut the fuck up. Honestly, stop using the internet and crawl under a rock somewhere, never to be heard from again. Please, seriously, I'm being serious. What the fuck? They're on the public stage. This guy proposed to her at WrestleMania inside the ring after his match. They're on a show called, a reality show called Total Divas and Total Bellas for the world to see their relationship. They're in all these photos with the captions, my life is great, this is a dream life, I'm like Cinderella, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, without any warning that there's any dissension or friction between the two, they just decide to announce they're broken up. Weeks before their wedding. And it's nobody's business? The fuck it ain't! Maybe none of your business. It's definitely my fucking business. I want to know what the fuck happened. 2 weeks before the wedding and everything's hunky-dory. And all of a sudden, by the way, not only are we not getting married, we're done actually. We just like, what the fuck? 2 days ago you were talking about how much you love each other on Instagram and Twitter. To People magazine. John Cena's talking about how he can never let her go. Nikki Bella, I found my Prince Charming. Whatever the fuck they're saying, goo goo gaga shit, and all of a sudden, broken up? You gotta fucking know why. I don't even know if I answered the question. What the fuck was the question anyway, Prince Maverick? I'm sorry, man. I just went off on that, huh? If you even care enough to address that, what are your thoughts on the breakup? Yeah, that's my thoughts. I mean, I think we know why. I think John Cena is a player at heart. He doesn't like commitment. He doesn't like marriage. He doesn't like kids. He doesn't like commitment, and he loves to fuck around with the girls. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. He had his wife back in the day before even WWE. Then he went to Mickie James. He went over with fucking Nikki Bella. There was a few females in between, obviously. He likes to run the game, man. Nothing wrong with that. At least he's straight up and saying, I don't like commitment. He tried with Nikki Bella. It didn't work. Maybe Nikki Bella was fucking somebody on the side and John fell. Who knows? Maybe they both were. Maybe after 6 years, they looked at each other and they just said, yeah, I'm kind of through with you. Like, it's all fun and games and great at the beginning, but then it just starts to suck. And I just don't want to be with you anymore. Or maybe I want to be with somebody else more than you. Could be that. But it's absolutely our business. When you make it that public, it's our fucking business. We want to know exactly what the fuck happened. Motherfuck. Right? Because we were all suckered into this shit. Oh, no, teary-eyed at WrestleMania. We're going to see a wedding. And everybody goes on the roller coaster on the reality shows that they have. All for what? They just broke up. There was no fucking payoff. Or is this a swerve? Plot twist? Is this all for Total Divas? Or Bellas? Imagine that shit. All just a storyline. But they wouldn't go all out like this, man. This is embarrassing for them, I know. So that's my thought on it, man. We gotta wait and see what more information is on that. I have to keep going here. I only got fucking like 5 more minutes, guys. I gotta make this quick. Madhu, I want to say. Madhu, what's up, BC? Definitely a fan of yours. If you were running creative, it would be much better than what we see right now. Every time you go off, it's hilarious. I was wondering when Rusev's contract is up, my heart rate goes up too, but I'm glad it's hilarious, but my heart rate is always fucking through the roof when I'm flipping out. I was wondering when Rusev's contract is up, do you think he should leave the company? And do you think Sasha will leave the company one day eventually as well? Because it's horrible how they book her. I think there's times they want to, there's no question. But I also think they know they got it good in WWE, and they do. No, yes, I'm sure they want to be pushed through to the moon. But they have those secure jobs. Rusev isn't getting fired anytime soon. He knows that now. Sasha knows she's not getting fired anytime soon. It's comfortable. It's really good money. And for Rusev to do that, he still has about 2 more years on his contract. He re-upped last year, so he's stuck in a 3-year deal. He's got a couple of years left. Rusev, he's stuck. Sasha's got another fucking year plus 2 at least, doesn't she? So she's pretty much fucking... So you're gonna have to fucking suck it up, Buttercup, at this point. But when their contracts are done, they're still gonna be young enough to run roughshod in the professional wrestling world. I absolutely hope they leave for a little bit. It's going to suck not to see him in WWE, but sometimes you have to leave for people to appreciate you. Sometimes you kind of have to disappear for a little bit for people to really appreciate you. And they won't necessarily appreciate you in your existence, but they will appreciate you in your absence. And I know that's kind of funky, but people are kind of funky. People are weird like that. That's why I don't really fucking like a lot of human beings, to be honest. I actually like fucking animals 20 million times more than fucking human beings, I assure you. I could trust an animal a lot more than I could trust a human being. I like an animal way more than I like human beings, man. Because human beings are just weird fucking creatures, man. They're just, we just are, you know? And I'm just happy that I'm one of those people that just doesn't like to play all these fucking games, man. The passion that you see in my eyes, the passion that I wear on my fucking sleeve when I have sleeves, am showing that passion. That's who I am, man. There's no bullshit in me. It's eye for eye, it's word for word. You're gonna get everything in my heart, everything in my fucking mind. If you don't like it, we can step outside. If you like it, we can shake hands. But it's always gonna be real with me. So hopefully fucking they do leave for a little bit. I don't know where I was going with that, but hopefully Rusev and Sasha leave for a little bit so they can appreciate, WWE as a whole can appreciate them. And when they come back in a year, 2 years, maybe 3 years, maybe then we see the best, booking-wise, of Sasha and Rusev. Who the fuck knows? Hooray, we'll say. Hey, BC, if a Sasha Banks and Ember Moon feud ever happens, how would you book it? And who would you want to win? Well, first of all, if I'm booking Sasha and Ember Moon, it's not about who I want to win. It's who am I booking to win? And fuck, that is a hard question because you guys know my favorite in WWE's roster was always Sasha Banks, but I told you guys my favorite female wrestler in all. Several months ago, I told you guys this. It was Ember Moon. Now Ember Moon is on the main roster. Now everything's shook the fuck up. Who would be my lead top dog in this fight, man? Is it Sasha? Is it Ember? I know if I booked it, it would have to be something like an Iron Woman match. Maybe a ladder match, but my circumstances, they would have to be the championship is on the line, Monday Night Raw's championship for the women, and it would have to be something like either a ladder match or an Iron Women's match. Not even 30, I would go like 40 minutes. I would make it so epic. And at the very end of this thing, guys, I would have, the winner for me would have to be, I can't do it. I'm sorry, guys. I can't, no, I'm playing. I'll give you a winner. The winner, how I would book it, I would have the lights go out. The Undertaker is in the ring. The lights go on. He tombstones Sasha Banks. He tombstones Ember Moon. He goes to the back. Renee Young's asking, why did you do this? Why did you tombstone Sasha and Ember? And he's flipping out about fucking the feminist movements and how women are getting all this airtime, and it's taking The Undertaker off of the top spot at WrestleMania, and it's limiting his time at WrestleMania. And he's done with it. And he's on a mission to take out all the women. So he's going over there, and he sees fucking, now who else is over there? If Sarah Logan is still on there, so Sarah Logan gets thrown through a car windshield. And all of a sudden, Mickie James gets tombstoned on the concrete. Every female is getting flung around the locker room. Undertaker's choke slamming everybody. I'm playing. I'm playing. That was awesome. I'm playing. Relax. I'm joking. I'm joking. The Undertaker does not show up. Sasha and Ember. We're going to fight till there's a winner between the two, man. I'm just having fun, man. Could you imagine the Undertaker just starts destroying the entire female fucking roster on Raw? Woo! That's when you know we need a fucking coffee, man. We're starting to get a little fucking loopy. BC, you need a Snickers. The winner I would have, guys, in all honesty, I would have Ember Moon. This is the final sequence. Ember Moon goes for her eclipse, jumps off that top rope, twists in the air, goes to do that stunner on Sasha. Sasha's able to swipe left, catch her arm on the way down. Ember Moon lands square on her fucking ass, kind of leaning forward because Sasha's got her arm on the way down, and it goes right from an eclipse into a bank statement. The fight is on until Ember Moon literally passes out, doesn't even tap out. There's so much fight and will and strength in Ember Moon and pride. She refuses to tap out. An eclipse into the bank statement and the submission anyway. And from passing out just like Stone Cold Steve Austin did to Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13, that epic ending, I would have Ember Moon lose that way. Sasha Banks picks up the victory over Ember Moon, captures the Raw Women's Championship. I would love it to be on the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania, in a 40-minute Iron Women match. If it was a ladder match, obviously we'd have to do a little bit different, right? But I would still have, I believe, Sasha winning that. But if it's an Iron Women match, it would come down to that last fall, and it would be Sasha Banks holding that strap way up high. And I love Ember Moon. And Ember Moon now being on the main roster, I'm forced to really come to the conclusion, is Ember Moon now my favorite over Sasha Banks? I haven't made a straight call yet. I want to see more of Ember Moon on Raw. Even though I already know all she can do, I want to see more of them on the same show and really make my decision in a few weeks. Really take a step back, man, because I love Sasha Banks. I love Ember Moon. But I can only have one clear favorite. So I'm going to take a few weeks and make my ultimate decision. I'll let you guys know on a video just like this. But that question was about who would I book. What if we get Ember Moon versus Sasha Banks one day? Who would I have win this motherfucker? Sasha Banks. Abso-fucking-lutely. Because that would just be such an epic moment. And Ember Moon would be just fine. Putting over Sasha in that format and fashion, but also losing in that format and fashion. Ember Moon would get just as much accolades as maybe Sasha would winning the damn thing. Goosebumps, man. Hopefully one day we see Ember Moon and Sasha Banks without The Undertaker interfering. We went over half an hour, guys. Obviously, you kind of knew I was going to do that, but I do have to hit the bricks, man. I'm not being released by WWE, but I do have to hit the bricks. Much love and respect, guys. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for Raw's review reaction. For now, you know what we got to do. We got to check you later.